Keith, what does cream of tartar does?
No, don't do that. Get it out.
Welcome to the season finale of Without a Recipe, Bad Boy Season.
We're making anti-gravity cakes.
I'm not done. Work on your move.
So this cake is pretty terrible.
Oh, this is way different. Anti-gravity.
I feel thwarted.
That's the winner of Is It Cake?
This will be the hardest challenge we've ever done.
I can't handle this.
We usually have judges on the show who have lost Is It Cake, Johnny. But today, we have a judge on the show who has won Is It Cake.
The Try Guys are back for the final episode of the Without a Recipe Bad Boys Championship.
Are you calling our recipes trash?
No. Yes.
It's been an entire season of triumph and tribulation, and it all comes down to this.
How didn't you make the finals? You're Keith.
How did you make the finals? You're Kwesi.
In episode 1, Keith overcame his bland flavor and stunned the judges with his pizza illusion cookie cake.
Winner is Keith.
Yeah! I'm back, baby!
Ryann Graham had never competed on a cooking show, but his banana Kit Kats were the least worst of the entire bunch.
This is for all you gays out there. We're having poppers tonight. Yay!
In a shocking twist of fate, Kwesi James managed to pull off the impossible as his breakfast samosas earned his first ever Without a Recipe victory.
New York's very own Kwesi.
Oh my God!
Yo, where the confetti at?
That's a different show.
Oh.
In episode 4, Ryan's show-stopping Breakfast Wellington proved his last season championship was more than just a fluke.
Oh, that's pretty, though.
But only one can be the Bad Boy Champion.
This is the finals. We're not screwing around.
Today, they'll face the most impossible task yet. Anti-gravity cakes.
How does Johnny Cake do this?
Will they fly by the seat of their pants?
Okay, I see that you're measuring things.
That's not like much of a giveaway.
Or will their worlds completely collapse?
Welcome to the Bad Boy Championship of Without a Recipe. Hey everyone, I'm Rosanna Pansino, and I'm a YouTuber, baker, author of a couple New York Times bestselling cookbooks, and I got to host a couple wonderful Food Network shows.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Duff. I own a bakery in Baltimore called Charm City Cakes. So I got a brand new show out right now called Super Mega Cakes.
I am Andrew Fuller. I am the owner of Sugar Freak Show Cake Studio in Des Moines, Iowa. Internet and TV celebutante, fashion icon.
And you beat Johnny, right?
And I kicked Johnny's ass. And that's why we hate each other.
Oh.
Just kidding, I love Johnny.
Okay.
I gotta say, I think the craziest cake that I ever made was a giant human placenta that bleeds a raspberry coulis that was delivered to a hospital where the front desk administration thought that I was delivering biohazardous material. An anti-gravity cake is a cake that creates the illusion that something is not suspended by any internal structure or something that is defying gravity. Cake and cake elements, they all have weight to them. You need to know how to do internal structure. If you don't have the right measurements, you run the risk of your beautiful piece of art falling apart. Use a scale and measure perfectly because baking is a science. Cake in the end has to taste good. It needs to be a beautiful piece of art, but also an absolutely delicious cake. Cake is not smooth. So if you want a smooth finished product, you're gonna have to cover it with like something else. Anytime you're working with any sort of internal structure, you're dealing with the engineering. You can't just slap a stick in a cake and call it done. It can't be too heavy. The weight of things can make things collapse. I would never make a cake without a recipe. If you've got to wing it, I sure hope that you know how to be really creative and really inventive. Honestly, I don't have faith in myself to execute a cake without a recipe. I don't really have faith that any of you guys are gonna be able to do it either.
anti-gravity and anti-reality. Winning the finale would be awesome for me, right? Because we got all this new cast in here and they're crushing it this year. Somebody's got to remind the audience who the OG bad boy is.
Again, I don't know how I got here, but I'm determined to win. Well, I can tell you, Kwesi is not competition.
You didn't think I would be here, right? But I'm here, in the flesh. Pretty much every time I go into any challenge, my confidence is at an all-time high. I think I'm always gonna win. I'm always surprised when I don't.
This, to me, is a little less about baking and more about engineering, and Kwesi reads a lot of books about physics. Truly he does.
The flyest part about physics that I love is they actually name it after themselves. The Bernoulli's principle. I don't know what Bernoulli looks like, but his family is popping.
I'm worried about Ryann Garcia. He won last season. If Ryan beats me, I'll be mad, because he's my oldest friend.
I didn't know that I'd make it this far, but I'll tell you what, I expected it. I had to be here. That's the only way this story ends, with me either taking the crown and keeping it, or one of them taking down the king. I'm sorry, I'm not even here because I want to be here. I'm here because that's the way stories work.
I was the best all season long, and today I'm gonna be the best again. This is where the bad boys become bad men.
It is a Ryan meetup, and whenever there are two Ryans in the room, Ryans love other Ryans. But you know who we hate?
Ryans.
Ryan!
Cannot stand a Ryan.
I'm excited. I'm going to take you down.
Big boy stuff. Got those big boy stuff. The big boy.
All right, bakers, in 3, 2, 1, try to bake.
All-purpose flour. Yes.
Look at everything.
I need to look at everything because last time I missed a major ingredient. So my anti-gravity cake is an ode to my hometown. Kansas City is the city with the second most fountains in the world. So I'm gonna be making a fountain with the little cherub peeing into the fountain. I wanna make a classic vanilla buttercream cake, but I wanna dye the breading blue. The pee will be how he actually is anti-gravity above the cake. His stream is so strong that he can float. He can pee like a horse. Why do people say that? Do horses have very strong, is that a thing? They do? Oh, really? Horses pee that bad? He's gonna piss like a horse.
Do we have any MSG, Rachel? I'm making a moon landing anti-gravity cake. And it's gonna be a studio set because the moon landing was not real. It's gonna be some type of pound cake with chocolate mixed into it, and then I'm gonna add a crumble and have it look moon-like.
In the year 2025, the political statement you want to make is the moon landing wasn't real.
Is there any other political statement to make, Rachel Cole?
I have to cut this out.
I want a smoky chocolate caramel flavored cake because it's gonna be a chimney. My cake is a chimney.
Oh, whoa.
It's Christmas themed. Ho, ho, ho. I have a list and you've been naughty. I'm making a naughty list cake. It's gonna be shaped like a chimney. It's gonna be smoky with some smoked almonds, caramel, and chocolate. Suspended above it will be Santa's red bag pouring coal down the chimney. How am I going to construct that top layer? I think that the biggest challenge for me here is going to be Keith, and the second biggest challenge is gonna be myself.
Today in the finals, I'm taking out the trash.
Let's take out the trash!
And I felt like if I wanted to be the baddest boy, I needed to call out all 4 winning dishes, including mine, and say that they're trash. Today, I am making an anti-gravity cake that's gonna take out the trash. A trash bag that is being held by a hand, and the hand will be floating. Inside the trash bag will be cakes that taste like the winning dishes of the episodes leading to this episode. So we had the banana pudding. I'll have sort of a banana flavored cake. My own pizza. It was actually a basil and raspberry. And then the other 2 winners kind of did breakfast. I want to use everyone else's ingredients to beat them. So I think all these different flavors go together. You know? If it looks and tastes like garbage, perfect execution.
First, the bakers will have 1 hour to make their cakes.
It's a quick question. Is he Ryan and I'm Garcia?
It's crazy. Somehow we know.
It's actually a super bro thing to do, to be like, yo, Graham.
Garcia.
Yo, Garcia.
Sick. Wow, that cake you're making, Love that.
Dude, Graham, thank you.
Wow.
Put a lot of work into it, Graham.
Honestly, Garcia, I love being in the kitchen with you.
But like, in a totally like
platonic
way.
Yeah, like major platonic, unless.
Platonic.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, we almost made out. That was. Oh, sorry.
Today we are making a funfetti cake. So we're gonna start with our granulated sugar and 2 sticks of room temperature butter.
The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cream my sugar, which is when you mix butter and sugar together.
You put flour in yours yet? Not yet. Damn, why does yours look so nice?
It's just butter and sugar, man.
Damn, I don't ever remember baking a cake before.
I like to do butter and oil. Some people use only oil in their cakes.
Is there butter in cake? Buttercream, so there must be butter.
But the reason I like to use oil and butter is it ensures a nice moist cake.
And then I'm just putting in oil just in case. I don't know. You grabbed oil, right?
Did I grab oil? I did not grab oil.
Me either. I didn't.
You can use oil, why not?
Don't copy off Garcia. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing.
And then while that's mixing, I'm gonna go ahead and start separating our egg whites.
I'm gonna go with 3 full eggs and 2 egg yolks.
So there's a couple reasons why we're just using egg whites. One, I want a light colored cake. Additionally, the egg whites creates a fluffy, light cake.
My cookie cake ended up more cakey than cookie. So I'm gonna do what I did for that, but more.
The egg yolk creates a heavier product. When you add eggs to a cake, it's creating structure. We're not making creme brulee here. If you add extra yolk, you're gonna get a much denser product, and that's not what we're going for.
I don't think you have too many eggs. I think you want lots of eggs so that it's like, because this needs to be strong.
Eggs, butter, milk.
What are you laughing at? I'm laughing at the butter carousel over the milk pond that is your bowl. The butter's not mixing with the milk, it's just sort of dancing above it. In what looks like a pretty fun theme park ride. Like, I wish I was on there.
So we're gonna mix together our dry ingredients. So we have flour, baking powder, and salt.
I put 3 cups of flour so far. I have baking powder, some sugar, cinnamon and nutmeg, and salt.
I always weigh out my dry ingredients just because it's more precise.
I'm gonna sift together a bunch of flour, salt, and baking powder.
Use a scale and measure perfectly because baking is a science.
Look at that bowl. I feel like it needs a little more cocoa powder, don't you think? It doesn't look dark enough. I'm gonna food process these almonds down because I wanna give it that smoky flavor.
Okay, I can already tell that this dough is too dry, so I'm gonna add.
Can I tell you, this is what it was like being in the kitchen with Marissa. It was like every time I had something I wanted to say. Oh, and then what I'm planning on doing is,
She's like that.
We're gonna add our flour in thirds. We're gonna start with 1/3 of it. And this is where it's important to pay attention to how long you're mixing.
A little bit at a time. So I gotta make it count this time. I gotta prove that I always deserve to be here.
start adding my wet to my dry. I think I'm supposed to add it slowly, but I just put it in there.
I'm just gonna do this because I don't know where the whisk is. So I'm the stand mixer now.
So if you're incorporating other flavors or other ingredients, when you put them in the cake is very important.
So I'm gonna put in everything so the judges will have everything.
So if it's something heavy, if it's like it's pieces, like chocolate pieces, you wanna fold those into your batter once your batter's done.
Thick dark chocolate, chunky style. I got white chocolate, cocoa powder, marshmallows. I got coffee beans.
You have coffee grounds in there?
Nutmeg, the Caribbean powder that makes everything smell like nutmeg.
Caribbean powder.
Cinnamon, the powder of the Caribbean.
Wait until the end once your dry ingredients are fully incorporated, because otherwise everything's just gonna sink down to the bottom.
I'm gonna add cocoa powder.
Do you not think there's enough chocolate in there? I see so much chocolate. It looks like you dropped a bunch of board game pieces into it.
Please, don't stunt my creativity and my instinct.
And then we're alternating our dry ingredients with our milks. So I'm doing half buttermilk and half cereal milk.
I'm gonna use a little bit of buttermilk because I feel like it's gonna be thicker and have like a denser flavor. The inside of my cake has to be blue, so I'm gonna add a little bit of food coloring. So in theory, this will make the cake fluffy.
If you have a cake batter that is looking way too wet, you're already in bad shape.
I think I added way too many eggs.
Wow, that looks like a crazy blue.
Doesn't it?
That's like a beautiful, that's like an aquamarine.
Texture-wise, bad. Flavor-wise, fantastic. So I'm on the right path.
So you're looking for kind of like a thicker pancake batter, like peanut buttery consistency?
See, now that's starting to look like a dough. You wanna taste it?
I do, yeah. It's chocolate cake?
This is the caramel chocolate.
Oh my God.
It's okay?
It's delicious.
It is?
That's really good.
Okay.
If your batter is too liquid, personally, I would not add in more of your dry ingredients.
Yo, this is like soup.
You look like you're making terrible hot chocolate.
Every time it gets too wet, add a little more flour.
If I noticed that this was too liquid, then I would start all over again. If it was too dry, I would start all over again.
Okay, so this batter is looking a little too thick, so I'm just gonna add a few splashes of buttermilk. I think that will give it a nice flavor.
Keith, what cream of tartar does?
I don't remember. No, get it out!
Oh, this is way different. Doesn't this look too
Drippy?
Yeah, like I need to add more flour.
Now that our batter is completely mixed, fold in the funfetti sprinkles.
Look how beautiful this looks.
Did you put the almonds in that one?
I put the almonds in this one. I think we're gonna go with it. That's my batter.
Okay, so it's time to put our batter in the pans. It's important to not fill it more than half full, I would say.
Pour into the pan. Look how that's dripping. You want that drip.
And it is much more like what it looks like when you take a cake out of a box.
This one looks wrong. This one looks like brownies.
But at this point, I need to get it into the oven, so we're just gonna have to go for it.
And then it's time to put them in the oven. I'm setting the oven to 325 degrees just to make sure that we don't dry out our cake.
Here we go, we're going outside again.
All right, cake's going in. That one's fully a brownie.
Let's close her up.
Okay.
Your color is wild. I love the color. If nothing else, you're gonna get like props for
Style
the color.
points, right.
I put a lot of rising agents in there. So I got lots of eggs, I got baking powder and baking soda.
Yes. That goes in cake. Knew it. One of those things goes in cake. And I got at least one of them in there.
It's day 2. Now that they've finished their base cakes, it's time to make their ganache and prep for assembly.
I remember what Rosanna Pansino said. I remember.
I do. I remember she said it during Kit Kat. Something about.
I remember. No one watched what I'm doing. I remember. I'm gonna put a no cheating wall up like I had for my standardized sets.
So now we're gonna make some white chocolate ganache. And basically it's a ratio of cream and chocolate. 3 parts white chocolate, 1 part cream.
So I put quite a bit of the white melting chocolate and then a drop of the heavy cream. And then at the end, I'm gonna add some blued food coloring so it can be consistent with my cake.
So you wanna pour your scalding cream over your white chocolate and then just whisk it completely smooth.
Probably it's just hot milk. And now I put the hot milk into the bowl of chocolate and I'm gonna add more chocolate as it melts.
What's in my pot is a whole heap of heavy cream, and I put in bits of white chocolate in there, and then I'm gonna throw some gold on it. I wanna flake it in gold.
The whole point about a ganache is that it's luxurious, creamy, just delightful chocolate.
White ganache with the gold flickers mimicking the stars in my eyes. Judges like colors.
If we add in any sort of mix-ins like granulated sugar or sprinkles or anything like that, you're gonna have grit. And the last thing you want is a gritty ganache.
Yo, you know they found gold on the moon, right?
They did.
They did? What were they doing with it?
Making chains.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
If you want a really firm ganache, you want to use dark chocolate.
In my pot, I have put all the heavy cream, put all the chocolate melting wafers in this, and I put most of these dark chocolate chips and a little bit of salt.
If you have any solid pieces in there, they're gonna stay solid. It doesn't incorporate.
There's a couple chips that may not be all the way down, but that's okay. I think this is enough to play with.
So you wanna mix it until it's nice and creamy, beautiful, velvety consistency.
Ryan, what do you think of this?
It looks good. That is a good, in theory, ganache. My fear is that it's too loose. But I don't know. What do I know?
Don't you think it's gonna cool?
Yeah, it is I will say, your ganache is beautiful. Did you just steal the rest of my chocolate? Kwesi, what the fuck? What the f? Kwesi, you could have used any other chocolate.
He's a bad boy, what can he say?
I don't give a f.
I see you don't give a f. Wow. Kwesi, be careful what you do to others. Sometimes it comes back to haunt you.
We're still making all of the components of our cake, and the reason that we're gonna do Rice Krispie treats is because it's an edible element that's a little bit lighter than cake.
I'm heating up the glue gun over there. I'm gonna glue my foundation together. Over here, I'm heating down marshmallows. I gotta make molten marshmallow, so I'm gonna mix it with my Rice Krispies so I can make an arm.
It's literally just marshmallows, a little bit of butter to grease the bowl, and then Rice Krispie treats. And then we're even gonna melt a little bit of candy melts because it sets up nice and firm.
Right now, it's just marshmallow and Rice Krispies. I think that's all you do. I don't know. I've never actually made Rice Krispies treats. And then I have to make everybody's flavors from their winning dish to get here. I'm taking out the trash.
Take out the trash! Are you calling our recipes trash?
No. Yes.
Whenever I am working with an illusion cake of any sort, it's always good to have a physical model of that thing there with you.
I'm gonna fill each one of these molds with a little bit of chocolate. I'm gonna put those around the fountain. But I'm gonna try to use this molding chocolate to make a cherub so he can float and pee. It's allegedly molding chocolate, but it looks like dog poo. Like it's in a dog poo bag.
Kwesi, focus. What are you gonna do right now? You're gonna take this stick, you're gonna glue that astronaut to the stick, and you're gonna cover it. That's what you're gonna do.
It's so hard, especially with realism and illusion cakes, to mold what it is that you want just with your hands. So if you have an object there that you can utilize, use it.
Where is, yo, my astronaut just keeps going missing, y'all.
What?
Ah!
How could that keep happening?
Where is my man's in them?
I'm trying to mold my arm. The fist will be floating and holding the garbage bag in the air. I'm gonna basically carve this, and I hope that it will dry so that I can kind of carve it, honestly.
Oh, who keeps moving my mother astronauts, yo? Yo, it keeps disappearing.
If you want to do like a cool carved, sculpted showpiece, figurine sculpting is actually really nice with modeling chocolate.
I'm trying to mold a little cherub. Just in case the little ones are too small, I made a bigger cherub to float out of molding crayon. Molding? It's not molding, it's modeling chocolate, but I can't read.
I never worked with fondant before.
Me either.
And I think I'm gonna use the fondant to make the brick color that I can then use later with the writing gel to draw the bricks on. But I wonder if that's the one thing I have to leave to last, is the actual drawing in of the bricks. So for now, I just need to get this square and big so I can do that drapey thing and cut.
What do I have? Do we have,
Anybody see my astronauts?
You had astronauts?
Stop playing. Ryann Garcia.
It's not me! You got the wrong Ryan G, bro!
Ryann Garcia.
I don't know, Kwesi.
It's my crew.
Look at him! He's look at this act. It's not good acting. I don't know, Kwesi. Have you looked in drawers, Kwesi? That's what he's doing, and you're still blaming me?
Yeah.
I think you guys are forgetting I'm from Brooklyn. I'm gonna get so mad that somebody neighborhood is about to get gentrified right now.
What does that mean?
I'm about to put a f***ing blue bottle in somebody's f***ing neighborhood right now.
What does
that
neighborhood
mean?
Right? Mom,
Yeah.
tell these delinquents to please give me my astronaut.
Where are the astronauts?
They're underneath the goddamn.
It's us! It's us,
You
right?
stole the chocolate.
It's us, I did.
Yeah, and that's why. You stole the chocolate, and I had to get you back. Go to the next
You
row.
did steal the chocolate.
What the f***?
You did.
Now that we've got our cakes out of the oven, we've had them chilling in the freezer, we are gonna carve these cakes.
The cakes, they have a beautiful color. I bet they have a beautiful taste, but they're flat, aren't they? It is what it is. We gotta work with what we got. And after all, it is garbage that I'm making.
Hey! Use the other side.
Why is it only blue on the top?
I don't know what. I think it burned on the
It's
bottom.
kind of like beautiful.
If I pull a cake out of the oven and it's flat, there's nothing you can do. You toss that cake.
This is also like it's like cardboard almost.
Oh my God.
I guess maybe you could try and make cake pops.
Mmm, that is moist. Oh, that's a pretty thick cake though, huh? It's not quite fluffy and spongy like I was hoping for.
If your cake has not risen at this point, then you're not gonna have a good illusion cake, so you need to start over.
The hands?
See, you felt.
Okay. First of his mother day.
Hell yeah, Kwesi.
Okay, so now it's time to stack and carve our cakes. The first thing that you wanna do is throw a nice big dollop of buttercream on there, and then use an offset spatula to smooth it out and even it out perfectly between your layers. I don't like a cake with too much buttercream.
So right now I'm making a bunch of different frostings. This is the bacon frosting. So my bottom layer has the frosting of the maple syrup. This is my second layer of frosting is the bacon. Third layer, banana frosting. And I also have to do my own, which is raspberry and white chocolate. So that has to happen too. So the first one represents Ryann. The bacon is here for Kwesi. They both did breakfast, so it's hard to differentiate. They both kind of won with the same strategy.
Since I'm going for a cereal bowl, I have these little 4-inch cake circles that are super cute that I'm gonna use as a template. My rule of thumb is always to start carving away less than you think because you keep taking away, but you can't add back on.
I'm gonna cut a hole in this. I'm gonna start building with the ganache as the paste to hold it together. So now I'm gonna shave a bowl shape into this lopsided cake.
For something with a very specific shape, you're gonna have to do it yourself. You're gonna have to carve it yourself and take the time to get that shape that you want.
I haven't even gotten close to starting on my anti-gravity stuff, but the chimney is chimneying. I think putting maple syrup and caramel in my buttercream has made it just a little bit more pliable and spreadable.
So now it's time for the ganache. And the reason that I'm not covering this cake in buttercream is because using the ganache is gonna give us that structural integrity. Because this is a bowl, it has more chance of collapsing.
My moon is about 75% perfect as a foundation, but I wanna make my moon part stick.
If you're not covering your cake in ganache, or if you use buttercream, covering the exterior of the cake with it, when you're doing a hyper-realistic cake like this, you're never gonna have the finished product that you want because there's just no structural integrity there at all.
Oh, whoa.
Take that, mother.
This is the moon.
That's mother. Ganache.
Oh.
So now it's time to start rolling out our modeling chocolate so we can cover this bowl. And once again, while we're doing that, we're gonna put the cake in the refrigerator.
I've put all of my fondant onto my chimney.
It does look good. It looks kind of like a present.
It's a storybook chimney.
Yeah.
It's like a fun kid drew a chimney.
Dusting my surface with a little bit of powdered sugar so our modeling chocolate doesn't stick. I much prefer working with modeling chocolate over fondant.
I will say that the color of this black fondant is absolutely what a garbage bag looks like. Like, that's what garbage bags look like.
I don't know that it's making it look like a fountain just yet. I'm adding water to the top and then I'm gonna cut off the extra so it's draping with water in the fountain.
Fondant is made with a marshmallow base, so it kind of doesn't really take on the rigid shapes that you need.
Wow, 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 teeth work.
I wish the neck hadn't broken, but it's okay. I think I can get it now to at least look like a little garbage bag, and I'll have to do a second piece of fondant that's higher. It's giving sack.
Nut sack?
No, garbage sack.
Oh, I need to make it sexier. Now that I have my foundation base, now we can really make this thing happen. That's one small step for men, and that's one time for Brooklyn.
We have how much time?
40.
40 minutes.
Great.
Okay, so we're gently gonna take our cake and just bring it slowly right over our rod. And now it's ready for its gravity-defying stunt of the century.
I want to jab at an angle, not perfectly straight, but it's at an angle like this. I gotta get my Santa bag filled and put on top, looking all pretty, dumping all the coal into this fully bricked chimney. I am feeling so good about this coal. The coal look like little coal.
I've got to get the arm skin rolled out and then laid over the arm. I've got to paint the arm to look like my hand and arm. This is sort of a beautiful completion of the last time that I won a finale. I won it with my foot. Now I'm gonna win it with my hand.
Let's grab the little cherub. There he is, little guy. Oh yeah, oh. Oh no! I broke his wing! Ah! Ah! This is falling apart.
As I work on this, the modeling chocolate is getting softer and softer, so you have to be so delicate and so gentle.
Okay, how can I reattach his broken wing? It like lightly stayed on there, but like I need to add like a little bit of ganache to stick it perfectly.
It can get really greasy and just start breaking down and falling apart in your hands.
This right here, his name is Jason. Wow, look at him floating. Yeah, I did not expect him to float. Oh.
The temperature of your hands, the room that you're working in, it's chocolate and corn syrup is really what modeling chocolate is.
How much do these cakes move between now and judging.
They go on a turntable, buddy.
It's Jason, sorry, oh my gosh. Okay, so we're just gonna add more ganache. We're gonna just ganache it up.
So we're gonna just fill it in with a little bit of melted ganache to kind of act as milk.
Can somebody pull up a picture of the moon for me real quick?
Yeah, what's it look like?
Okay, there's craters, so here's craters. I need it to be more black. Chocolate, coffee, cocoa powder. What the is this?
Activated charcoal.
This is crazy. It's so dark, just like space. Moon rocks like a mother. Let's go. The bananas is taking over everything. It's just bananas. Charcoal powder? Look at these rocks, yo. Look at these moon rocks. Then the moon rocks on top. Yeah, anti-gravity. He's floating in space.
Is that why you thought moon?
Yeah. Lance Armstrong?
That's A to B.
Yeah. Is it Lance Armstrong?
Lance Armstrong.
It's Armstrong. What's the first name again?
It's Lance Armstrong. Yes, it is. It's Lance Armstrong.
Okay,
everyone, shut up. It's Lance Armstrong. He has
It's
one
so-
testicle and he went to the moon.
The more realism you can add to things, the funner it brings life to the piece.
So at this point, I gotta finish drawing in my brick. I'm gonna add a couple half pieces of coal. I gotta figure out how I am putting my bag on top and making the bag look puffy.
This is just the tip top of a chimney.
The chimneys, so there's a house here?
Oh, that's a chimney?
I thought this,
Hey, Kwesi,
What?
I'm not done. Work on your moon.
Honest question, who has pooped kind of like that before?
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
I'm here to support you.
You have to work with what you have. I'm looking for just the tiny last little imperfections to turn into realism.
I want to just create a ground. I have the hand in the freezer, and I'm just gonna try to put some gloves on and mix all this together to make some sort of asphalt. Let's be f***ing honest, right? It's not as good as the foot, but it's a hand. Let's hope it doesn't droop any further.
Wow, there you go, Jason. Okay. Thank you,
Yes,
16.
chef.
No, Jason! Jason! Are you okay?
The details are what sells your piece. These are the moments that make it a cool cake versus a flop of a cake.
I have to make this cake look more like the moon. Fix up the patches. Rocket Man blasting into orbit, leaving his homeboy behind.
Oh, put it right up the kisser. Pow. Jason, I am so sorry that you're gonna have to go through this, but.
This is an adorable, gravity-defying cake, and I think it's time to stop. And you gotta know when to stop.
No, you have 2 minutes. It's missing stars. Where's my gold?
I've never seen this technique.
Kwesi, if you win, that would be really fun.
And I'm gonna use blue Twizzlers as his stream.
I think I'm finished. I'm done with this.
Really tried my best. What do I have to show for it?
Space, bitch.
Okay.
You guys?
Welcome to the Bad Boy Championship of Without a Recipe. Today we will be judging on presentation, taste, creativity, and is it an anti-gravity cake?
It's gonna have to be a really, really tasty cake if it's not defying gravity. Let's just say that.
Gotta defy gravity. It's gotta be cool, right? It's gotta be dope. You gotta look at it and be like, that's dope. I love that.
Hoping that you've picked flavors that are special to you or that fit whatever theme you've chosen.
No, I guess my main question I have is like, defying gravity for how long? Is this?
That is a very valid question, by the way. A very valid. How long do you want this wedding cake
Honestly,
to be standing?
fair. I don't know. Fair. Judges, today I bring to you a piece of art. I came even dressed as an artist. I hail from Kansas City, which is the city with the second most fountains in the world. And so I present to you today a sculpture of art that is a fountain oozing with love and joy and flavor. It's a buttercream vanilla cake in the batter, and it's sculpted into this beautiful fountain pouring out water, liquid, and spice. It's gonna be fun. And could I bring you a fountain that is perfectly sculpted? Sure. But that's not what you want. You want something that's gritty and messy, like Kansas City where I grew up. You want it to have a little bit of character and flavor. And I even gave you a little cherub pissing into a fountain as well. My baby is on top of that cake. And I want you to enjoy him and the fountain of youth.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
You see, he's a little cherub, and he's peeing into the fountain, and
Oh my God.
it's so pretty, you know. That's Jason on top.
Usually, like when you drop a cake, you try to fix it. After. Is that like a blue?
It's a blue Twizzler.
Twizzler?
That's his stream.
I think the Twizzler is my favorite part. I think
Thank you.
It's such a creative use of like a pretty humdrum candy. It's like, what could this be? It could be a statue micturating into a fountain. I think that's great.
Exactly.
Oh,
Right?
Boy, howdy, is that defying gravity. Uh-oh. So when you said for how long, you were not kidding around. If you had given me the rest of my life to tell you that was a cherub, I don't know that I would have gotten there.
What do you get?
But the stonework is giving stone. The smell is freaking me out a little bit.
That's just the love that's baked in there.
Yeah, it smells a little kind of fishy.
Well-
are you getting a fishy, like a kind of egg whitey, fishy? Okay.
My entire question this whole time is it bad or is it camp? And I think it's camp.
So is the entire cake is the whole recipe is without a recipe, really?
All of this.
I can't handle this.
I'm pretty impressed that like you've used the fact that your cake isn't plum and it's tilting this way for the water to actually be pouring out of that side.
This is why you would make a great teacher. This is why I would come to his class after school and not yours.
I understand. I'm not here to be liked by all. And I know that about myself.
There is no structure holding this up.
At all.
This thing is pure cake all the way through.
Yeah.
There's nothing holding up all this negative space, and that, my friend, is brave.
Thank you. I thought that was pretty cool, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The fountain itself is the gravity defy.
That almost looks like a cake.
Almost.
Okay, we're gonna taste it.
So this cake is pretty terrible.
Oh God. And he eats kids' cakes.
So you overmixed your cake. When you overmix your cake, you create too much gluten and the cake gets too tough. And you see these giant holes in your cake? Mm-hmm. That's called tunneling. Baking soda creates carbon dioxide in your cake batter while it's in the oven. But because your cake batter is so tough, the carbon dioxide tries to escape from the cake, but because it's so thick, it sort of tunnels through it like an ice age ground sloth.
It's more like rubber, you know? It's kind of
very rubbery.
Rubbery and
it's like a memory foam.
it is. It's memory foam.
It's like a
cake.
scrub
Tempur-Pedic.
And boy, howdy, can you think of those memories?
The texture's not great, but the taste is very plain and it's not sweet enough. And sometimes I even enjoy a cake that has a little less sugar, but this I'm not getting enough buttercream or ganache, and it's just like a lot of dull, unsweet cake.
I don't know what the flavor is. Have you said the flavor?
It was a vanilla buttercream.
The vanilla buttercream, but what's the cake flavor? Is there a cake
Buttercream
flavor?
was the flavor. I put butter and cream and sugar.
In the cake?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a buttercream cake.
Okay, so it's buttercream flavored cake.
What would you say?
Well, usually
I would not say that sentence.
I'm gonna ask, do you think it is defying gravity? Is it an anti-gravity cake?
I will say yes. I'm gonna say it is.
This fell, but these parts stayed.
The gravity defying is the part that we
Actual cake.
would not have thought of as being gravity defying. So you reinvented gravity defying in that way.
Wow, original. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh, you took a big bite.
It's good. It's very dry.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like some milk?
I bet you can't wait to see your poop tonight.
I might so.
Can I have a small piece in that?
It's not that bad.
Judges, I'm so excited to be here in the finals. You may or may not know, last year, I didn't make it here. I was a loser. But this year, I earned my way into the finals. And I want to win. No. I have to win. No. I'm gonna win. Ooh. And I'm gonna win so hard, I've already created a reality where I've already won. That's right. And with this dish, this anti-gravity cake, I'm taking out the trash. I'm taking out the trash! Let's bring it out.
Oh.
Judges, that's my hand. And I'm holding a garbage bag full of cakes that are all flavored, inspired by their winning dishes from previous rounds, including my own winning dish from previous rounds. Kwesi won with a spicy breakfast samosa, so I made a spicy breakfast inspired bottom. Ryann, he won with a breakfast Wellington, so I have a bacon inspired flavor there. Then he won with a banana pudding Kit Kat, and I won with a raspberry white chocolate. So inside of that bag, you'll see a beautiful array of garbage. So enjoy the outside, but then I'd like you to rip the bag open and enjoy the inside as well.
You said spicy breakfast inspired bottom. That was my nickname.
I think you could take that stick out, but the hand will eventually fall down.
Yeah.
Rip it off of that thing, just lift the hand up and just rip that thing down. Yeah.
Yeah, Keith, yeah.
It was
Look,
really
it's defying gravity right now.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Wow. Look at that. Honestly, I'm waiting for the topple.
I absolutely love this cake.
Yeah.
I love this cake. I love the gravel because it looks like that's my asphalt street. I love the veins. I love this pink erasery looking stuff. I love this cake.
Conceptual. This is concept.
Very creative.
And clean work. The way that you got all these folds here. Looks like a bag. It really looks like a bag. And you've used the seams from your fondant into the design of your cake instead of trying to fight them.
I will say that I'm not, I won't be as nice about the hand. It's terrifying.
Can I just do this real quick? Can I just do this?
Yes. Oh my God, look at that.
Oh,
Yes.
now I see it. There it is. Never, I take it all back. I take it all back.
So see if you can cut through that further apart ripple and just peel it away like an apple.
This is cool.
Oh.
Oh, my.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
There's a lot.
Wow.
Oh, I will not.
That's insane.
The raspberries came with it, but you know, that's not bad. See, it kind of looks like garbage.
The bacon all the way around. Dude, I'm very enthusiastic
This
about
is
this.
very conceptual.
Got vanilla wafers for your banana
I feel
pudding.
inspired by this
Is that
interactive
cheese?
element.
Oh yeah, there's cheese.
There's cheese?
Yeah, because, so a part of it also, everything that I had here was recycled from leftover ingredients from them earlier the last week. So the cheese was something Kwesi ordered and never used. I'm like, well, let's put it to use. So I'm not only a garbage man, I'm pro recycling.
It kind of stinks a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's garbage.
Yeah.
All right, so
White chocolate, raspberry, vanilla is the top.
Yeah.
I don't hate the top.
it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not good.
Pretty good for trash though, not terrible.
It's not terrible. The raspberries are nice and tart, you know, and the white chocolate's really sweet. Your cake is a little bready, right? It's a little dense, it's a little thick, you know, it's definitely not fluffy.
It's dense. It's a wet kitchen sponge kind of.
But listen, I gotta tell you, I think all these flavors together, they're really interesting and fun. Bacon and cheese and raspberries and white chocolate and all these good things. You know, it's kind of a mishmash, but it's sort of good.
Honestly, I'm really surprised. There's a lot of flavor happening that's not it, right? It's not bad.
Whoa, my palate is really confused because like it really tastes like bacon breakfast, but this is a cake. Like this is weird. It really.
Do you like it?
Usually when you combine two things like in a creative way, I feel like there's a way to do this where it would be better balanced.
When you put bacon in a cake, you gotta render it all the way.
Yeah.
You don't want floppy, chewy bacon in a cake. You want crispy, crispy bacon, right?
That's what I was trying to tell him.
I mean, I'll eat it,
Yeah.
but next time.
Yeah. Judges, is it an anti-gravity cake?
I mean, this this guy was hanging out here for quite a while.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I say absolutely.
I think it is. Is it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's gravity defying. Yes, it is.
Good?
Whoa.
Oh.
When you eat it all together, that tastes like trash.
What's in the trash? All my friends.
Right.
It tastes like trash smells.
It
right?
smells like
all
trash.
those flavors all mixed up that aren't supposed to go together.
Thank you, judges.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Judges, welcome to the Bad Boys Championship. As we all know, it's the holiday season. And during this time, Santa's watching. He's got that list, he's checking it twice, and he told me everyone in this room's naughty. I have made for you my naughty list cake. It's a chimney, and Santa's dropping coal down it from his big red bag. Close your eyes and get ready for the naughty list cake. Wow. I've done a smoked almond, maple syrup, caramel chocolate cake with caramel buttercream, and then chocolate pieces that I unwrapped it, and I sprayed it black to look like coal.
Whoa.
Welcome to the naughty list cake.
If I walked into the room
Yeah.
and I saw that cake sitting here, I didn't know any of you guys, saw this thing sitting there, I'd say, you know what that is? That is Santa pouring coal down someone's chimney.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to say a word. I knew what it was.
Yeah.
This is quality craftsmanship.
I think it's aesthetically very nice. The bricks are well done. You said that the coal was unwrapped by you and painted, so you didn't make the coal.
I did not make
and
that
your
coal.
the bag is just it is just a bag.
That is. Yeah. Every magician has a trick.
It's light as a feather.
Two of the layers have a smoked almond added into them, and the other two are just caramel and maple
it's
syrup.
pretty. You know, it looks like a cake person made it. Okay, what is it
The
again?
darker one has the smoked almonds in it.
Whoa, the buttercream has a lot of flavor.
I like the buttercream.
I actually am really enjoying both of these layers. I think I really like the almond one. I like the little tiny bits of smoked almond. They make the cake interesting, they give it texture, and then that is a decent ganache.
It is a good ganache. I also really do love the way, like, look at the inside of that. It's like a realistic brick cake on the inside, which is super fun.
I
than the
like that
outside.
it's like the Bad Boy Championship and you've done the naughty list.
It's just strange how unbelievably fine your crumb is.
Like sawdusty almost.
There's just not enough fat in this cake.
Don't you guys get kind of a sawdusty vibe?
Dry.
But you dry. It is dry, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, it's in the chimney, so
Right.
it's been under fire for a long time. So all the smokiness of the chimney is why I chose the almond.
That's clever.
That is kind of cool.
You should have really sold that more.
That's what this part is for. That's me
okay,
selling
great.
it now.
Good job.
I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
It's so dry, Ryan.
It's like, it is kind of like a sandworm sort of thing. Like it's just sucking the moisture right out of it. Or like a silica packet. Yeah. Yeah.
You can store it with your electronics.
So, judges, is that an anti-gravity cake?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
What just fell out of there?
What was that?
Is there a marshmallow in there?
Where did that come from?
Whoa. I had initially thought of filling the bag to give it some puff. And I put, that tastes like a pretty good cake. I don't know how to bake, and I'm really happy with that cake. Also, I never eat sugar, so I have such low standards.
Oh, you don't.
I don't eat sugar. Thank you so much, judges.
Houston, we had a problem. And guess who solved it? Me, Kwesi James.
First of his name. First of his
That's
name.
fair.
AKA the Space Cowboy. Team minus 10, 9, X. Team 7, cocoa powder. 6, 5, dark chocolate. 4, 3, 2. We have liftoff. We have liftoff. Eyes closed, please.
Wow, that was incredible.
Not yet.
That was incredible.
Keep your eyes closed. Hold on to your seats. Okay, we're in orbit. Oh shit, we're in orbit. There's a star. Okay, we did all our math. We did all our measurements. Open. Boom. We're in space now. Duff, open your eyes, Duff. Boom. We're in space now. Oh shit, anti-gravity. Oh shit, I can't feel myself. Oh shit.
Wait, see, I wish you would have taken these cute little rocks, because I really do like however you
The
made
rocks
these.
are
I don't even
your
know.
star.
This is the coolest looking rock I've ever seen. I feel like this is kind of gravity, though.
No, it's not.
Because it's like a cake stacked, and then this is just going straight up and down. Like,
That's just a topper, more so.
Like you got this one astronaut, he's standing on the rock.
Kinda
You got
goes
this
straight
astronaut
up.
who's kind of sitting on a rock.
We in space, y'all.
I don't see anything really anti-gravity.
I see anti-gravity everywhere.
Unfortunately,
I love your zero gravity going on over
Right,
here.
he's doing it.
To distract us from the lack
it's like
of
when you're
your
bowling and you're doing this, you want the ball to go, you're like, come on, don't you see it?
It's anti-gravity. The black stuff is space on dust. What are we talking about here, guys? Come on.
so the anti-gravity is that the cake is in space.
Wait, what did you just say?
This is space and dust.
Yeah.
How is that anti-gravity though?
Because it's black and space is black. What am I missing, Rachel? What am I missing?
It's the context, right? You got nothing behind this. Behind this cake, I got a monitor, I got a director's chair.
Oh shit, the name of my cake. Oh. Right. It's called Moon Landing? Question mark? Get it? Get it?
No.
Moon landing?
The earth is flat.
Did we actually go to the moon? Is this a set? That's why. That's a black wrap around the astronaut. Moon
Landing?
You just said a lot of words that didn't really go together.
We have a chocolate cake filled with different type of ingredients. And the moon has craters. Oh snap, how did I do that?
Well,
where's a crater?
Everywhere. The flavors of the cake is a base of chocolate and a whole bunch of other stuff that I put in it that I forgot. But when you taste it, you tell me. I don't remember the flavors.
This doesn't look good.
You'll see when you taste
It
it.
doesn't look good. It doesn't. It's a weird reddish brown color, like a burnt sienna.
I'm so scared to taste it. Well, I don't know why it smells boozy a little bit to me.
Yeah. I thought this was gonna go different. I won't apologize for how much chocolate I gave you, but what I will apologize for is how good this is gonna taste.
What is this reminding me
Why
of?
is this hard?
There's something like weird and sour. There's like a weird sour.
What is this?
Vanilla extract, I put like about 3 different ones in.
No, it's like a sourness. There's like a. You put baking powder, baking
What's
soda.
this? What is
I
this?
put baking powder and baking soda. And yo, cream of tartar? Keith, what does cream of tartar does?
I don't remember. No! Get it out!
That's what it is. Okay, so cream of tartar is a powdered acid, right? And acids taste acidic. And when you have the wrong ratio of baking soda and acid, one of those is going to be left over. You have too much cream of tartar, it uses up all the baking soda, but then you're left with like vinegar. I'm tasting the cream of tartar in your batter.
That's f***ed up, Duff.
It's f***ed up. Hey, I don't make the rules, man.
When you bite into it, you get a little crunch, but not in a good way.
No, it's so gritty. It's ganache, right? Just thick ass ganache between the layers.
There's like a weird spice.
Oh yeah, I put grounded coffee in there.
When you put freeze-dried coffee in your cake batter, that freeze-dried coffee is gonna suck up all the moisture in your cake.
Judges, is it an anti-gravity cake?
No.
You gave Ryan that. You saw Ryan's cake?
Whoa.
You saw the. Bro, is it a cake? Is it anti-gravity cake?
No, it's a layered moon cake.
I told my wife I'm gonna come home with the win.
Oh no, you did not tell her that.
Still in the running.
You might.
Who knows?
There's a chance. There's a chance.
I mean, this is the last one. You saw the other cakes. You know there's no chance.
I know, but I'm just trying.
There's always a chance.
I don't know. He's talking about his marriage.
Why you gotta be like that now?
We're all here. we all saw it.
Oh shit, Duff.
We know that you didn't win.
Oh no. Oh no.
Duff, yes. Oh my god.
Guys, before we get into anything, let me just say, you did something today. Okay? You created anti-gravity cake, some of you, but you also did these things without a recipe, and that's not something that I know I can do. So first and foremost, you should be proud of yourselves for the fact that you did something without a recipe, and you created some very unique pieces.
They love us.
They really love us.
All right, gentlemen, I gotta tell you, just across the board, amazing job today. I've seen things today I never thought I would see as a professional pastry chef. So A+.
Yeah.
A+. Now, in fourth place, we had a cake with very dubious anti-gravity properties. We had a cake that was, how do I say it? Not delicious. You had a cake that had a lot of problems. And unfortunately, of these four losers, this one's the loser. Oh, God. And that cake was made by Ryann Graham. I'm so sorry, Ryan.
What about Jason? Jason was so sweet.
I'm so sorry.
I was never a bad boy, so it's fine. I'm a good boy at heart, and I'm okay with that.
Woo!
Well,
That was close.
good job, guys.
Let's go, guys.
In third place, we have a cake that had very unusual flavors. And it was also a cake where it had something decor that we've never seen before. In third place, we've got Kwesi.
Yep, I won't look at you. Thank you, judges. You've been great.
Why aren't you looking at them?
Because I'm so vexed right now, Rachel. My underarms are sweating because I'm so angry. I told Courtney I was coming home with the win. I told her I was coming home for the bacon. But I got nothing. I got third. Because sometimes I get her excited about winning and I disappoint her. But that's something we're going to therapy about, and we're gonna solve that problem.
I love you.
I love you so much. I love you so much.
Fellas,
Yeah.
some really interesting things today, but one of you really created something that was shocking to all of us, inspiring. Ryan, all three of us loved how the inside of your cake was almost more realistic brick than the outside. The flavors were interesting and made a beautiful piece that was very nostalgic. Keith, you somehow mastered the art of recreating trash while also stepping on the necks of your competitors and reminding them just exactly what you think of them. And it was almost terrifyingly, nightmarishly realistic. And the winner of the Bad Boy Championship is... Keith.
Oh, wow.
Bad boy!
You're the bad boy!
I did! And that's right! Let's take out the trash! Take out the trash! Take out the trash! These are not bad boys! These are great boys! Thanks so much to our judges. Thanks to everybody who was around right here. Thanks to our huge production crew. What an amazing season. And thanks to you guys for watching. We'll see you next time on Without a Recipe!